All right, guys, if you couldn't tell by the thumbnail, what I've got in my hands today is a AVS, which stands for ahead of the curve, window visors, or some may call it in-channel deflectors. And I've also got Goodyears that I've had on my truck for about a year. I'm going to compare the two for you guys real quick, and we're going to show you how to install them on a 2017 F-150. So this should work on any 2015 to 2020 Ford F-150. I didn't get as lucky as I've been lately, obviously in November, but it's 50 degrees outside, but we're gonna make this one happen, and we'll get started. All right, guys, about to put some new window visors, or deflectors, some may call it, on my truck. Let's get started. All right, guys, so first impression, not much different. It looks like the AVS is a little bit thinner here than here, obviously, but it's also thinner here than it is here. So again, this divvy's down here. And like I mentioned, as I rolled up my back windows, I got a lot of noise out these. So I'm curious if the thinner part here on the AVS is quieter. So the only way we'll tell, guys, is getting these things put on. So that's what I'm gonna do next. So here's the first thing I'm gonna tell you. Is for me, when you put these visors on, and guys, I've owned probably a dozen or so in my time. Each vehicle I've owned, I put visors on. I'm just a fan of them. So to me, it's like it's almost like painting, if you will. So to me, painting's all about prep. You know, how clean you get the surface, how smooth you get the surface, how well you tape it, and then it's just a matter of applying the paint. This is no different, guys. So it's a matter of how clean you get the inside of your window, right? Because the issue is how well that the 3M adhesive is going to apply to it. So if you don't get it very clean, it's not going to stay on long, and then we're end up blaming whatever company of visors you put on, right? So now let me flip this around real quick. I will tell you, AVS did apply in the bag. They had this bag here. Inside this bag, obviously, has a scan code on it, which gives you the instructions, and then it comes with these 4 alcohol prep pads. So one probably for each window, which is probably more than enough. If not, guys, just use rubbing alcohol and over clean. Now you can't get it clean enough is what I'll tell you. I'm gonna grab my step stool because you guys know my truck's lifted. I'm not gonna be able to climb up there so easy. And then what I wanna do is roll down the windows first, which will make it easier, obviously, to get the windows clean. So we'll get started with that starting now. All right, guys, so I'm up here on the top of this, my truck. One thing I like to do is, first off, is I want to clean this channel out. They provide these alcohol prep pads, as I mentioned, but I'm also going to use this, this just little blade I got, just to make sure there's no, because remember I said I had the visors already in here. I want to make sure there's no like loose tape or anything that's going to keep me from getting a good grip. All right, nothing major, guys. I'm gonna grab this alcohol wipe, this pad they got. All right, we're gonna take this and take out the container. All right, I'm gonna take it, apply it up in here. I'm gonna apply pressure across both sides. All the way across, I should say. All right, guys, so a couple things. So on the back of these visors, there's over here to, let's see, yeah, right here. So I don't think you see it very well. There's numbers on the side here. They go in with the LR, which stands for, you know, left rear or whatever. That's how you know what side to put it on. But guys, at the end of the day, just look at the shape of it and then look at the shape of your door. So I'll take you around. Let me show you real quick. So what I mean by that is, in this back door here, if you look at it closely, all right, so this side here is curved, and this one here, it goes to a flat. So hold this up. That visor's flat on that end, and this side here is curved. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you can just test fit it. So we will do that, and I'll show you right now. right, so that will help push it into place, guys. We're gonna leave that where it's at for 48 hours. All right, guys, really same process for the front. What I want to do is get a good cleaning in there, in the groove there, or the channel, I should say, and get a good cleaning, and we'll apply it the same way by pulling off the 3M tape on each angle and then pressuring up and then closing the window. So gonna get started on that. Got my step stool here. This step stool, guys, I picked up from Amazon. I'll put the link down below. I'm no way sponsored by that, but as you guys know, I just want to help you guys with your build or whatever. And if you have a lifted truck, these are definitely handy. I did pick these visors up from Real Truck. Guys, that's kind of my go-to place for a lot of these accessories. Why? Well, Real Truck ships this stuff really quickly. There's a couple of guys I've reached out to there at Real Truck who are always like, you know, TJ, you probably don't want to try that item. I recommend this one instead. And then if there's ever a problem, they've always been very helpful in exchanging or sending me whatever I need to take care of the problem. So highly recommend Real Truck. I will put the link down below. Like I said, I don't get commission from those guys or anything either. I just like to help you guys with your build. So anyway, let me get started with this. Here we go. The front side, if you will, lean up in there. All right, let's go all the way up on both sides. All right, you shouldn't really see any red. Push out on the ends. So the red kind of helps you tape. The red tape kind of helps you realize if you got it up all the way or not. All right, so I'm gonna push on this end here. All right, holding it down. I'm gonna give you a good look at it up here. So I think it's lined up really well and it's already kind of sticking. So what I'm gonna do now, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and roll that window up slowly again, and that will help with the seal some. So I think this gives it a really kind of clean look, guys. If you look at it, I'm really pleased with them, how they turned out. The old ones, like I said, came all the way down to here. So not sure if you could see or not, my window tint got a little scratch up and down through here, and I can't figure out where that came from. I can only think maybe it was my old